Two Gentlemen of Verona by A.J.Cronin. Summary and analysis. Two Gentlemen of Verona, written by Archibald Joseph Cronin, is a story about love, devotion, sacrifice, sincerity, and maturity displayed by two little boys in their actions to save the life of their sister who suffers from tuberculosis of the spine. While driving through the foothills of the Alps to Verona, the narrator was stopped by two small boys selling wild strawberries. They were two brothers, namely Nicola, 13 years old, and Jacopo, nearly 12 years old. The boys were dressed shabbily in worn clothes on their skinny physique. The two were brown-skinned and thin, with tangled hair and dark, sincere eyes. Though their driver tried to dissuade them from buying the strawberries, the narrator and his companion bought the biggest basket. The next morning, the narrator found the two brothers' shining shoes outside their hotel. The author came to know that the boys do many things like selling fruit, shining shoes, hawking newspaper, guiding tourists, and running errands. As the boys showed the narrator and his companion around the town, he noticed the boys were childish and innocent. Even though Jacopo was lively and Nicola had a charming smile, both the boys appeared to be very serious. One night, they were waiting for the last bus from Padua so that they could sell the bundle of unsold newspapers. The narrator found that the boys worked so hard to earn money, but they did not spend on clothes and food. They did not disclose the author why they were saving money. When the author offered help, Jacopo asked him if he could send them in his car to Polita, 30 kilometers from Verona, where they usually went by hired bicycle. The narrator readily agreed to drive the boys there himself. The following afternoon they drove to the tiny village set high upon the hillside. At Polita, Jacopo directed him to a large red-roofed villa, surrounded by a high stone wall. The two boys entered the villa, which had become a hospital. After a few minutes, the narrator followed the boys inside. When he rang the bell, a nurse opened the door and took him to the cubicle. On the author's request, the nurse revealed their untold sufferings to the author. Lucia was suffering from tuberculosis of the spine. The children, who had lost their mother earlier, lost their father in the early part of the war. After a bomb had destroyed their home, the three children were left homeless and they suffered from near starvation and exposure to cold winter. When the war came to an end, they found their sister Lucia suffering from tuberculosis of the spine, and so they brought her in the hospital. Nicola and Jacopo worked hard and paid for their sister's treatment. Their selfless action brought a new nobility to human life.